If you heard my rant over the weekend, you know I was ahead of the game. It's Prospector Show on Rock 107. Good morning, I'm Prospector.
Good morning, I'm Kate. Lackawanna County Commissioner Bill Gahan is pushing for Dunmore Mayor Mark Max Conway Jr. to take over the vacant commissioner spot. He also took aim at County Democratic Party Chairman Chris Patrick for initially keeping the names of the 10 executive committee members he picked a secret.
Like, this is the biggest scandal in Lackawanna County. Can you imagine? I mean, you got real issues out there. Crime, infrastructure. People still saying Hannah like it's a real word, and the big fight is over who gets to sit at the grown-up table.
Gahan said, I want this to be clear, not hidden in a closet. There's too much at stake here.
The only thing more transparent than this is your need to control everything. You ever hear of a guy make a bigger deal out of a game of essentially his musical chairs? Come on.
Patrick said Gahan's versions of the events was off. I told him I'd get them tomorrow, and I still will. He's lying about me saying no.
Oh, so now we've got a he said, she said, he said kind of situation. You ever notice in politics it's always like, no, I didn't say that. Yes, you did. It's like a damn grade school playground.
Gahan picked Conway to help him turn things around financially. Conway said he's up for the challenge if he gets the job.
Yeah, okay, great. What challenge? It's Lackawanna County. I mean, the biggest challenge is figuring out if you're going to get Dunkin' or Sheetz coffee in the morning. It's like Gahan saying, I respect their right to choose as long as they choose the choice I already made. I swear it's like watching a bunch of clowns fight over who gets to wear the red nose.
Breaking the news that's already broken. It's time for Prospector's Briefs on Rock 107.
Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez are officially divorced, which means they're officially free to date each other again. Roberta Flack died. Investigators listed her cause of death as being killed softly and the suspect as his song. The chances of a deadly asteroid strike in 2032 have fallen to zero, so it won't be messing with the Rolling Stones touring plans.
It's 60 Minutes meets Gone in 60 Seconds. Tune in tomorrow for Prospector's Briefs on Rock 107.
Life is dangerous, and while we can't eliminate all risks, there's a lot we can do to keep ourselves safer. Good morning, it's Prospector Show on Rock 107. Kate, a lot of these things we're going to talk about are common knowledge, like wearing a seatbelt in a car, maybe keeping a fire extinguisher in your home. But things that we do, some things we do all the time, are actually putting us in danger, according to emergency room doctors.
That's right, Prospector. Based on their experience, there are surprising activities that could injure us in so many ways that will make us end up in the ER.
All right, I'm not trying to be injured, I'll tell you that.
All right, well, let's start off. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Wearing Crocs.
Okay.
According to Dr. Pratt at the University of Chicago Medicine, they see Croc-specific injuries at least once a week. The problem is the shoes don't provide traction or ankle support, so he says people go flying, and so do their Crocs.
So not only are Crocs a fashion faux pas, they're dangerous too. Why does everybody put them on their kids, though? I don't get it.
All right, here's one that should be obvious, but petting strangers' dogs. Even giving a friendly pet to a dog you don't know could put you in harm's way.
Okay.
Pratt explains the danger is that you don't know what kind of trauma the animal has been through and what kind of triggers it has.
Now, this is why I usually, when I see a dog in the wild with like an owner, I walk up to the owner and I say, vicious killer or friendly dog, before I go to put the hands on there, just so I have a heads up. But even then, I guess you don't know. Maybe it was a former war dog.
Yeah, you don't know.
Trained in the art of psychological warfare. Next thing you know, I'm in a full-on hostage situation because of Fido, and I wanted to give it a belly rub. It doesn't make sense.
And here's another pretty obvious one. Biking without a helmet.
Yes.
If you wreck on your bike with a helmet on, for the most part, you're walking away.
Yeah.
But without a head protection, serious injuries are far more common from a crash.
This hits close to home as a cyclist. I never was really a big biking without a helmet guy. There would be a time or two I'd be like, oh, I'm going a half a block, I'll leave it off or whatever. And then I broke my collarbone and got up and saw my helmet shattered and thought, that saved my brain. And look, they look a little odd or geeky, maybe, but they look a lot better than brain surgery scars or a coffin. I'm telling you that, you know?
Yeah, totally.
So, if you wipe out, do you really want to make sure you can feel every single bit of pavement on your skull? Is that what you're trying to do? I guess the universe's way of thinning out those who think wind in my hair is better than brain in my skull.
He's quirky and cranky, and that makes for a lot of awkward interactions.
What a jerk.
Help Prospector learn from his mistakes. It's time for Am I a Jerk? on Rock 107.
All right, I went to one of those gas station grocery store places. Maybe it rhymed with dumping gantry. Gave the guy a $5 bill for something that was $4.99. He closes the drawer. Then I asked, hey, where's my penny? And he's like, oh, there wasn't one in the drawer. So there's not a penny in this store? She checks the give a penny, take a penny jar, but it was empty. He even looked at his pockets, didn't have any pennies. And finally he says, well, I could open a new roll of pennies. I'm like, yeah, should have done that in the first place. He opened the roll, emptied it into the register, dug a penny out, handed it to me. I said, thank you very much. Then I put it into the give a penny, take a penny tray, and I walked out. Does that make me a jerk?
I'm saying yes. You always blow things out of proportion. It's just a penny. Walk away.
It's just the principle of the matter. It's my penny, not his. He shouldn't be making those decisions. What are we looking like here? What are we seeing on social media and all that stuff?
Timmy from your Facebook said, yepers, but you're NEPA's favorite jerk.
I guess I'll take that. Got one open mic on the Rock 107 app.
Prospector Don checking in. No, you're not a jerk in this one. You shouldn't assume that you didn't want to change. They should always ask. Like you said, it's your money, not theirs.
I like that. See? It's my money, not theirs.
All right. Still a penny.
Yeah, go ahead.
Michael from your Instagram said, not a jerk, albeit an inconvenience. That's the job. Give the change and count it out at the end of your shift.
Okay, I like that. Got a text in here, a jerk, but I think it was great. He's the one who was rude first. He deserved it. Okay.
I love this one. Scott from your Twitter said, jerk, just like a 1%er.
I am not near a 1%er. Maybe a 94%er. That might possibly be it. Got another one open mic on the Rock 107 app.
Prospector, you are 100% a jerk on this one. I'm sorry, man.
Amanda from Wilkes-Barre checking in on the Rock Lines. Rock 107, am I a jerk?
You are not a jerk, because I would do the same exact thing.
So, are we both jerks, maybe?
No, I would do that by... If you ask me, hey, is it I don't have any pennies. Okay, at least you're letting me say no. But if you're just going to close the drawer and assume I don't want my pennies, I want my pennies.
I want my penny! I'm with her on that one. Thank you, Amanda.
You and this penny.
Mm-hmm.
Mike from your Instagram said, I guess you're not a jerk. It seems silly over 1 cent, but I'm wondering why the clerk was against opening a 50-cent roll of pennies. Seems odd.
Okay, I agree with that one. Got another one here, open mic on the Rock 107 app.
I agree with you wholeheartedly, man. You are not a jerk. Your penny, your discretion on how you spend it or don't spend it.
Joan from Harvey's Lake on the Rock Lines. Am I a jerk? Rock 107.
Yeah, I'm going to say that you're not a jerk on this one. Actually, I think the clerk was the jerk.
I like how it rhymed. The clerk was a jerk.
Well, Monica from our TikTok said, definitely a jerk move. It's a penny.
It is a penny, but it's my penny. And this is the deal. If I walked up to him with $4.98, they'd want their penny. I guarantee it. So in the question today of, am I a jerk for when the clerk just put my money in and didn't give me my penny back, I basically forced him to go find a penny, then put the penny in the take a penny, give a penny thing, if that makes me a jerk or not. According to you, Northeast PA, by a slight margin, shockingly, no, I am not a jerk.
Yeah. Life's pretty tough right now. There's plenty of bad news, but it's not all bad. It's time for the brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107.
All the customers at a Cracker Barrel in Flagstaff, Arizona, saying happy birthday to an 89-year-old Army veteran with Alzheimer's, and they made him cry. Cracker Barrel commented on TikTok and said, so much love in one room.
Thanks. We needed that. The brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107.
It's now time to announce the winner of Prospector's Jam Bag of the Day, as decided by you at rock107.com.
We uncover the most baffling, ridiculous, pathetic, cockeyed, laughable, preposterous blunders in the world of misdeeds. Nominee number 1.
This woman wasn't going to waste Skittles without tasting the rainbow first. There's a report online claiming a young woman was arrested after she got caught filling up her ex-boyfriend's gas tank with Coke Zero and pre-sucked Skittles. I don't know, maybe she was going for that Mentos-like explosion. Naturally, that brings up a lot of questions. Mainly, how was it discovered she sucked the Skittles before putting them in the gas tank? That's one question, right? Several sites have picked up the story, and the woman's mugshot is being spread around social media, but there is some reason to be a little dubious. I can't find a location or name of the woman. Yeah, no location for where this might have happened, no name for the woman or any info from a police department. So maybe take this all with a grain of salt.
Nominee number 2.
A lot of criminals have a losing record against the cops, but there's a guy in Indiana who claims he's winning more than he loses. A man named William Pete Dimers was leading police in Indianapolis on an 18-minute high-speed chase last weekend with speeds into the triple digits. They ended up on Raceway Road right by the Speedway. Eventually, he pulled over and stopped and told cops he was giving up because the officer chasing him was really good and he wanted to put an end to it before anyone got hurt. He said he took off because he's a habitual traffic offender and he always runs from the police because, well, he's good at it. He said his record is 6-3 versus the cops, but he also said he's always been able to shake the Indy police when he drives away. Until now, apparently, he was charged with resisting arrest and reckless driving.
And the winner is
the man who claims he's 6-3 at eluding cops and complimented officers after he was caught in a cop chase. You're the Yam Bag of the Day. And we'll move on to Friday's Yam Bag of the Week competition. Keep it here for all the nominees for Prospector's Yam Bag of the Day, weekday mornings on Rock 107.
Thanks for listening to Prospector's Prime Cuts podcast. Be sure to catch us live weekdays from 5:30 to 10 a.m. on Rock 107 or online at rock107.com or the Rock 107 app, a free download for your Android or iPhone. Subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, or wherever you get your podcasts so you never miss Prospector's Prime Cuts.